Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Chad Steingraber. Ripple updates homepage with 18 partnerships, including Travelex, which supports 45 plus currencies, 20 plus countries, 600 plus stores, 750 plus ATMs, XRP and RLUSD. That Travelex partnership is massive, and a lot of people really downplay it. But there's another one that got added back to the list that I really want to talk about in today's video. And that is Bank of America got added to the Ripple website. We knew they were working together for a long period of time now. And it actually makes a lot of sense. But this is how big that partnership actually is. It connects Ripple to BlackRock. Look up ownership of BlackRock and discover Merrill Lynch is an insider that owns 45%. Who owns Merrill Lynch? Bought by Bank of America during the crash of 2008. Bank of America has been partnered with Ripple since 2016. And they've been working with the RippleNet technology. They know what XRP is as well. But you see it right here. Merrill Lynch, 45.13%. That's big. But we also know that Bank of America is owned by Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway. But did you ever ask yourself, how did a company like BlackRock get this big? It's because it's a shell company set up by the elites. BlackRock was formed in 1988 at the same time the first talk of blockchain was announced, and one world currency made the cover of The Economist. I think that all happened at that specific time for a reason. But when you look at these two companies, CNN and Fox News, you see how BlackRock owns shares in both of those companies. And those companies divide people more than anything else inside the United States, because people that watch CNN can never get along with someone that watches Fox News and vice versa. But even as far as the EV push, the electric vehicle push here in the US, you see Ford on the list, you see Tesla, also owned partially by BlackRock. But you know, BlackRock at some point is eventually gonna get gutted. And I said, I think that's just the elites coming back in and getting their assets back. Because I think BlackRock is controlled and owned by the elites. So we see here, ICE-9, it goes all the way back before blockchain even. The idea of this was always going to happen. And I said, everyone, and I mean everyone that holds Bitcoin and praises BlackRock really needs to figure out what ICE-9 is before it happens. Because once this happens, Bitcoin will be finished. The elites will pull all their assets out of BlackRock and they will be pushed into the new digital system. This has been planned years ahead of crypto and digital banking. XRP will be the phoenix that rises from the ashes. And we all know that the elites look at Ripple and XRP as the future. XLM as well, that's part of the future. These handful of ISO cryptocurrencies are what's going to be left once we see the rise of the new financial system. Because any other cryptocurrency that shows that it's a competitor to CBDC or a competitor to any currency is just not going to be part of the new financial system. And that's why I'm always urging people to do the research on why Bitcoin and why BlackRock is involved with Bitcoin all of a sudden. The big players are making their moves. Just look at the largest corporate Bitcoin holdings, BlackRock, leading with 342,978 Bitcoin, followed by Grayscale and MicroStrategy. The future of finance is here. But anybody who thinks this is a good idea, I think they're going to figure out in the end, this was not a good idea at all. Because BlackRock is controlled by the elites. And the only reason that I say it makes sense for them to be tied somehow to Ripple, because Ripple is the chosen one of the elites. You know, they couldn't even push ahead with a new financial system without RippleNet technology and XRP. As time goes on, the more this looks like it's going to play out. Not only XRP is the agenda for banks, it's also the one planned to survive the Black Swan event. This is why I'm going to make an insane amount of wealth. It's not about money, it's about agendas. What will happen when the big fish will enter the small bowl? You know, a couple years ago, I would have said the likeliness of this happening is probably 50-50. Now, as I research things and I've been watching the Great Reset unfold over the past couple of years, because if you look around, you could see the Great Reset already put in motion. Look at all the chaos in the world, in major cities and other countries as well. This is a worldwide event. The chances of this happening now, in my opinion, are probably at 95%, and I'm being conservative. I honestly think ICE-9 is coming. With the rising global debt and contracting economy, it's clear we're facing a global liquidity crisis. And while all systems break down, XRP will be the solution, offering the liquidity and efficiency necessary to keep the system from locking up. Problem, reaction, solution. And that major liquidity crisis is not going away. It's just building. And once that comes, that's going to be a very chaotic time. But we already have the solution to the problem. But I think you're going to have chaos right before. That's where you could have that blackout situation. And then all of a sudden, the lights come back on and a new financial system is here. This has been coming for a long period of time. And I think a lot of people forget about it because it hasn't happened yet. Because there was Mr. Poole and the rest of the Riddlers saying this was going to happen 2, 3, 4 years ago. But here we are in 2024, and things are breaking down more than ever before in history. I mean, you look around, look at the debt of the U.S., and it's continuing to go higher and higher. Ripple forged multiple partnerships during the SEC lawsuit. Now, we know all the partnerships that Ripple has around the world. They became a global company because of the Rippleverse SEC case. But then you look at QNT, and a lot of the ties that Ripple has, QNT has. A lot of the ties Ripple has, you could see with Algorand. You could see it with Stellar. You could see it with XDC. And why is that? Because we always knew that this was all going to be connected together. QNT is going to connect to Ripple. It's going to connect to Stellar. It's going to connect to XDC, Algo, IOTA. It's going to connect to HBAR. Because this massive network that we're watching is the new financial system. And you see here, the BIS ties with QNT, ties with Ripple, Bank of England, same thing. New York Federal Reserve, same thing. Mexico. Any country that you look at that has Ripple rails in it, it also ties to QNT. Because QNT is going to be the operating system that keeps everything going. And you see the same thing with Stellar and Ripple. You see the same thing with Ripple and SBI, also tied to XDC. What I've been showing you over the last 2 years is that this network has been building out and it's been expanding very fast. And certain organizations are in the heart of this. The BIS, IBM, major ties inside the new financial system, the IMF, the World Bank, the World Economic Forum, the Federal Reserve. It all ties together because once everything goes down and this all comes back up and running, everything is already going to be put in place. And if you're an XRP holder or a QNT holder or an XLM holder or an XDC holder, you are going to get rich very fast when this happens. And everybody wants to know when it's going to happen. Well, we're going to have alt season. That's coming. This plus 3 interest rate cuts in September by the Fed should set crypto bull cycle in motion. Add in crypto legislation and watch out. Everybody's watching the DXY right now. They're also waiting for the Fed to start to cut rates. If the Fed starts to cut rates, we are going to see crypto take off. That's going to send us into the next run-up. But I think along the way, we're also going to see utility play a factor for certain cryptocurrencies. The real FOMO starts once XRP surpasses $1. A lot of millionaires will be made pretty fast. Once we hit $1 for XRP, we're going to see FOMO like we've never seen before. Plus, you got to keep in mind, alt season is going to begin. It's going to be a very exciting time ahead. We're going to talk about, maybe taking profits on other cryptocurrencies, maybe XLM, XDC, HBAR. But when it comes to XRP, I think XRP and XLM are going to be the first runners in this new financial system, as well as QNT. XDC may lag behind, but XDC will catch up as digital trade continues to spread around the world. And algo also is going to be very big, HBAR as well. What I'm telling you is, not one cryptocurrency is going to move all the world's money. And that's why it's important to diversify as well when you're in crypto. But we are going to see FOMO start for XRP once we break that $1. It's going to be a very exciting time ahead. And, you got to have a game plan if you plan to take profits or cash out some of your XRP. Because I see a lot of people saying, I'm out at $5. I'm selling my entire bag. You got to have a game plan. You don't want to be back here chasing the next big thing. Because honestly, if utility starts driving the price of XRP, that major pullbacks that people are expecting might not happen. We might continue to run up. So you'll be buying back in at an even higher price that you sold at. You got to prepare for that as well. And, it looks like that massive network is almost complete. We see the BIS really fast tracking now. They want to get the new financial system up and running as soon as tomorrow is what I'm saying. SWIFT, I think they're trying to drag their feet, but they either got to catch up or they will get left behind. Nothing is going to stop what's coming. Everybody thinks that there's going to be some sort of, white swan event that's going to stop the Great Reset. I wouldn't bet on that. I keep looking around, and I'm looking at all these other countries and the chaos and the riots. Even here in the United States, the crime is on the rise like never before. There's even talk of the major chaos ahead of the U.S. election. I would bet anything I got on XRP. You know why? Because once all the dust settles, I want to make sure I get rich no matter what. Because I think what's coming is actually going to be the new financial system. Nothing's stopping this train is what I'm telling you. But until it all happens, you got to stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.